think it's going great. Everybody's looking good. And I think the team is. I think we're at a good spot right now.
What was it been like as far as no Mike Weber? You're kind of the main back now. Have you seen anything changing from last year into this spring practice?
Not really. I feel me personally. I feel better. I feel like I guess you ought to say my freshman form. I feel great. So it's been a great time.
Jake, many changes with Coach Day? Anything? Does it feel like it's just another? I don't know. Does anything change offensively? Just the way you go about your business?
No, I think everything's the same pretty much.
Is that comforting?
Yeah. I mean, he's still Coach Day. So he was here with us.
Yeah.
Because Mario was here. He's still here. So I don't think it's going to change.
What's his day-to-day demeanor?
Amazing.
Amazing?
Yeah.
Explain that.
He has great energy. I guess you could call him young. So. Yeah.
Younger than the predecessor?
Yeah, yes sir.
JK, can you talk a little bit about the change you've seen in DeMario from 2 years ago when he was in the running back room to last year at the wide receivers and now the spring back with you guys in the running back room?
Well, as you see, he's been a little dinged up, so he hasn't really been going, but I think he's going to be a great addition. He's putting on a little more weight, so we'll see.
Have you seen a change in either focus or just the way he attacks practices or anything like that?
Yeah, I think he's a little more focused, but he's always a focused guy, so I think it'll be great for him.
You and Mike had to lead that room. Have you seen DeMario kind of blossom into that role as a leader for the room as well with you?
Yeah, he's coming along, and like I said, once he gets healthy and gets back on the field with us, it'll be better for him.
You mentioned getting back to your freshman form, and what is that to you? What does that mean to you?
Making guys miss super bad, like making them fall, and, so stuff like that.
When you watch, do you watch your highlights, and do you see a difference between your freshman and sophomore, and does that weigh on you? Does that motivate you?
Yeah, I don't watch my highlights, but I watch film of both years, and last year was a little it was a down year for me. So going back and looking at my freshman year, I think I'll be back that way, even better though than that year.
How much do you feel like now that you're RB1, you're going to get the majority of the snaps, knowing that you can? How much will that help you being able to get in a rhythm instead of switching out, every other, drive? Basically, what you guys did last year.
I think with every running back, if they can get to a rhythm, or any player really, if they can get to a rhythm, it's better for them. So I think that'll help me out a lot, but we'll see.
You and Mikey both tried really hard last year to not say it bothered you to split reps, but clearly it affected the way you think you played.
It didn't bother me splitting reps, but it's just you approach the game different, I think. So it wasn't necessarily us being bothered by splitting reps. It changed our games, I think.
Do you have a conversation with Coach Harrison Alford after the season to sort of say this is your room with Mike leaving?
Yeah.
What was that like? What did they say?
I haven't really talked about it.
JK, you took quite a few snaps last fall, but maybe not as much as you wanted. I'm wondering how many snaps are giving you this spring, because normally a guy who gets a lot of reps gets a lot of rest in the spring, but you're going to be the workhorse this year, and you didn't probably get as much as you wanted. So what's your spring like?
Me personally, a lot of people say I'm going to get a lot of rest, but I don't want that, so I told them that I don't want that, so I've been practicing like I was a freshman, so I'm not really resting. I got to get better.
Obviously, your requests?
Huh?
They take requests?
Sometimes
you ask that,
sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. It just depends.
Why'd you ask?
Because I feel like I got to get better, so I can't get better from resting. I got to get in there and work on my craft.
This is your running back room now, but what do you see from guys like Master and DeMario that, when you do need some rest, everybody needs a little bit of rest every now and then. What do you see from them that you think is going to translate well to the football?
Master has grown up a lot, since his freshman year. I think he's grown a lot, so he's going to help a lot. And, as I said, DeMario's been dinged up, so he hasn't really practiced. So we'll see whenever he gets back. But Marcus is doing great too.
Speaking of freshmen, he's over there working by himself.
Yeah, he got to work. He got to gotta do extra work because he's a freshman.
Do you think he has what it takes to get reps this fall?
We'll see. We'll see it by the end of the spring.
You don't want to see it.
JK, what do you think it's like?
Do you guys kind of have to humble him a little bit? Do you guys like to, do you have anything with recruits when they come in that you have to say,
Us, we don't have to do anything. You got a guy named Mickey Marotti. Shoot. He'll humble you real fast.
I bet there's some interesting stories behind that.
Are you going to go to Student Appreciation Day, JK?
Yeah, it's great that the students can come out and, interact with the players and the coaches as well.
Yesterday you were watching Mike Weber out here. Are you approaching this year as your last at Ohio State?
No.
No?
No, sir.
I mean, everybody wants to say you had a down year last year, but you still broke the 1,000-yard record. I mean, you can become the first running back since Archie Griffin to have 3,000-yard rushes this season. Like, how much do you think about that? Like, do you guys ever think about, like, historically, where you guys can be if you do certain things? Do you guys ever have thoughts like that?
I mean, yes. I mean, whenever you bring that up, it's like Archie Griffin. Wow, that's a two-time Heisman Trophy winner. He's a legend here. So, I mean, yeah, you think about that stuff, but me right now, I'm just getting better day by day. So at the end of the season, we'll see if I got 1,000 yards, if I got 2,000 yards. So we'll see.
Do you have an individual goal?
Nah, not right now.
Well, you said 2,000 yards. Do you think that's in your realm of possibility?
I do.
Not to put too much pressure on you or anything.
Nah, I put enough pressure on myself, but 2,000 yards, yeah, that's a goal.
JK, what did you guys get figured out, you think, at the end of the year last year about the running game again, which sort of, wasn't the sterling part of this offense in the middle of the season?
It wasn't anyone's fault. It was my fault, partly for the production we did or had, so at the end of the season, I got back to myself. I realized I need to just get back to the basics, and that helped our running game.
What do you think it's like for you didn't have to wait here. I mean, you started your first game. I don't know if you remember that.
I do.
I'm messing with you, but Master Teague, Mario McCall, he's been a running back, a hybrid back, whatever. Now he's back. What do you think it's like for them to have to wait? I mean, running backs usually like to have the ball in their hand, right? I mean,
yeah.
What have you noticed about them, I guess, from a patient standpoint?
I can't speak on that because, I truly don't understand how it,
Yeah.
So, but I honestly think that, it's probably pretty tough, but as they see the light and see that they're about to play, I think it gives them more focus.
What do you see about DeMario in particular that's different from maybe 2 years ago?
I think he's more focused.
Hey, JK, how's the quarterbacks look?
Great. We got some good quarterbacks. Both of them can throw. Both of them, great quarterbacks, great leaders. So.
Would you like to play an increased role in the passing game? I mean, I've seen you've got hands.
Yeah, of course. Hopefully Coach Day can throw me out there at receiver sometimes.
I didn't mean quite throwing you out there at receiver, but...
I mean, I can run routes.
A couple wheel routes a game?
Oh, yeah. We get those in every game, pretty much.
JK, last time we talked to you, you and Coach Day had both talked about you were trying to hit too many home runs, but if you look at last year, you didn't have as many home runs as you did your freshman year.
Yeah.
But was that more of a mindset thing of you were trying to do that and you couldn't break through?
When you're looking for the home runs, you miss the home runs. I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You gotta let the game come to you, and I wasn't letting the game come to me.
Mm-hmm. Talking about swinging and missing? Is that what you're talking about? Or were you hitting the singles?
I was trying to hit the home
I was trying to
run.
help you with your analogy there. Yeah.
Swinging for the fence and popping up?
Yeah.
Seriously, when you talk about that, though, just physically, was it about you weren't patient enough for things to open? I mean, you know what I mean? Were you trying to force it? Explain what you're talking about there, JK, when you know what I mean? I mean, like Eddie George from his junior, senior year, one of the great things he did was just followed his blockers, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. I mean, was not trying to make the play himself, was letting things develop. Was that what you're talking about?
Yeah, pretty much. I wasn't being patient. I was trying to force stuff. Stuff like that.
Yeah. When did you notice you were doing that?
About mid-season.
Yeah.
Whenever I was like, dang, look at my numbers compared to last year. So.
Yeah.
Did you
Let
feel
the
like
big guys do their work and then you follow up? Is that the...
Yeah, yes, sir. They were doing a good job.
Did you feel like there's more pressure on you to perform without JT there as a running option as well?
Not at all. I just feel like I didn't do my job. So.
Are you getting tired of talking about last year?
I mean, I'm just here to help y'all do y'all.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Has Justin Fields lived up to the billing?
Yeah, he's a great quarterback.
Yeah.
He's a great worker as well.
And when you say he's a great quarterback, what does that mean from your definition?
He makes his reads, puts the ball accurately on the receivers, stuff like that. He can run too.
And I was going to say, as a runner, what has he shown you? Of course, were you guys in pads today? I don't even know.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Was it the first real football of the spring?
No, I mean, we were in pads yesterday too. I mean, not yesterday,
No,
2
Tuesday?
days ago.
Yeah. So, is that when the real football players come out and stuff?
Yes.
I mean, did you see that in him, I guess?
Yeah, he's a real football player, you know, and he's going to be good.
Yeah.
But he's only from Georgia. He's not from Texas like Matthew Baldwin. So what's the difference between Texas quarterbacks and Georgia quarterbacks?
I can't answer that.
What's the difference between Texas quarterbacks and Maryland quarterbacks? No.
I don't know. I ain't a quarterback.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, JK.